Another day, another round.
Another round.
What's good, people? It's your
What's
boy.
up, everybody? What's up?
Who we here with, man? It's your boy Hasan.
It's your man Hawk. What's up?
Oh man, it's good to see you, fam.
Same here, bro. How was your birthday?
Oh, it was good, man. You know, I don't have a birthday. I have a birth month, so it ain't over yet. Started out in Cabo, then went to this really beautiful spot, and we went to Cabo, Beverly Hills. I'm about to say Mango, some bugging. Oh shit! See what drinking do to you? I can't remember. Cabo, Beverly Hills. I've been all over the place, man. We're gonna have to get back to that later. Anyway, it's been going good. Next stop, I'm going on a cruise next week, and I know that you warned me, so I'm gonna be extra careful. I ain't trying to catch this new variant, and I damn sure don't want no monkeypox that they say.
Oh man,
they saying it's monkeypox.
That's crazy.
Yo, my mom's is calling me. My mom's is calling me because she know I fly a lot. So I'm in the airport and she's like, you be careful. You don't stand next to these people. These people might have monkeypox. She thought monkeypox was actually new. Like I was like, Ma, I can't tell you how long ago, but I've heard of monkeypox. So I went online and I Googled it. They said monkeypox was first discovered with on a human in 1970. So monkeypox been around, bro. But I ain't never seen no sick monkey in my damn life.
Okay.
You know,
that's
but
crazy.
It's not. I don't even know the true story. Like then they saying it's heavy in the homosexual community, but I'm like, I'm just I don't like debating shit with people until I know facts. So when people are arguing, going back and forth with this whole monkeypox thing, I'm like, they saying they say anybody could get it, but it's strongly in the homosexual community, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. Anybody can get it, but it comes from close sexual contact. I'm not. No, let me not say that. It doesn't have to be sexual contact. It comes from close physical contact. Okay, and more often than not, that's usually from sex. And for whatever reason, it seems to be hitting the that community.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, because I thought, a lot of times you get all this like fake news out there and stuff like that. And I'm like, so are they trying to like come down on the LGBT? I always get it wrong, man. LGBTQ.
Man, don't even get me to try it.
I'm trying, I can't remember how it goes. And all due respect and love to everybody, but it's hard. Just like I just seen I was online working on the computer, and I came across like this clip. I think it was Dr. Phil, and he had people on his show. And one guy, dude, I ain't gonna hold you up. It could have been a girl who's now a guy, or could have been a guy that's now a girl, because the transition wasn't full, like, you know what I mean? It's like it looked like long, beautiful hair, but had a beard. So and it had female features, but it could have been a man who's transitioning, or could have been a woman who's transitioning. I don't know. Like I have no clue. But anyway, they were having this conversation, they were talking, and they said they were trying to break it down with the whole he, she, them, they, and all that. And they was trying to break it down. And even they said, they was like, I know it sounds confusing, but this is how we view it, blah, 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 blah. And Dr. Phil was like, he was looking like, I'm lost. And I feel there's nothing wrong with telling somebody, I don't completely understand, like help me understand. So
Right.
I hope people don't get aggressive and nasty when someone says the wrong thing, because we're just trying to understand. I'm talking about me or you. We're not those ignorant people out there who are bashing people's lives and what they choose to do or who they really are inside. I'd say you live your truth, but I gotta understand. I don't know what to call you. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I agree, and I think, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to figure out. Let me make me understand, and then that way we can move forward with it. Because I don't know. Like, it's one thing. Listen, man, I've been around, whether you were gay, lesbian, transgender, whatever. Okay, I know all y'all. That's all good. But when it got to the point where now it's turning into a they or we, like, I don't like. So I can't use a he with you or a she with you. Like, that shit is confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to call me they or I don't know. I'm like,
it's
so yeah, it's confusing. It is confusing.
It's very confusing. But I wish we could attack that on a later episode, because I gotta be honest with you. There was a guy who was on the Dr. Phil episode, and they were both respecting each other. They had two people on this end and one who didn't agree with it. And he said, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna hold you up, Hawk. He said some real shit, bro. He was like, yo, listen, he goes, like, I don't want to misquote him. That's why I said we can come back to it. But he said some G shit, like, yo, and he was an intelligent man. He wrote a book and everything. Like, you could tell the way he speaks. He was an intelligent man. And he was just like, yo, listen, you can't just change the narrative of the world. Like, you know what I mean? He goes, so if I tell you, I identify myself as, I think he said, he didn't say sex symbol, like a handsome intellectual or something like that. He go, and that's the only way I want you to approach me and to come to me as that. He goes, that doesn't make any sense. Just because I identify myself as that, and I go, he got a point there. What if you some gorilla face motherfucker? And you say, yo, look, I identify as being hot and sexy. If you don't approach me or come at me with hot and sexy, I'm not answering. They're gonna look at you and say, yo, your ass is crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a very complicated thing, and I don't want to misquote the dude, but he made a valid point. I still believe, though, that you have every right to live your best life. You live your truth. I just don't think that you should get mad when a person don't approach you the correct way, because some people just don't understand, and they're trying to learn.
I completely agree. I think everyone has the right to be called what they want to be called. However, if somebody who's not in the know or is not in that circle gets it wrong, just have a conversation with them and break it down.
Exactly.
Don't get angry, because that's not helping the situation. It's just making it worse.
There you go. I say that too. See, because I don't like to be yelled at. Ever since I was a kid, I don't like that shit. So if I say some shit wrong, instead of you really helping me understand and checking me, if you start to attack me and you come at me, then that's gonna piss me off. So then I'm gonna do some fucked up shit on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming at me sideways when I know I wasn't being malicious when I said something. I said it maybe because I was ignorant to it. Like, you helped me understand. But when they start getting nasty and like attacking people, and I'm talking, I'm not even just talking about the transgender LGBTQ. I'm talking about everybody. Like, it could be some Black people if you say the word black, they go, I ain't black, I'm African American. Or you go,
Oh,
they get all nasty. You be like, yo, bro, what do you want to identify as? Some people don't like using the word black. Some people don't like African American. So me, I call myself, I ain't black, I'm pecan brown, and I'm sexy.
listen, we could have a we could have a whole show on colorization uh, in and of itself. Um, black, Negro, colored, you know, depending on your generation, what you identify as. And that's the truth.
That's a fact.
Know? So
that's a fact.
That could be a whole episode in and of itself.
Like, okay. In our conversation, because y'all know another round is, it's like real talk, like barroom talk, like me in the bar kicking. So, and we keep it 100,
mm-hmm.
whether you like it or not. But this conversation went this way, because this wasn't even what I honestly wanted to really talk about. But since we're here, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about, and right now, today, 2022, how do you feel about people, like, not just white people, I'm talking about black people, everybody. How do you feel about using the term nigga?
I don't like it. I understand why some of our people use it, because it's in some way down the line, it's become a term of endearment. Like, yo, that's my dude, when used in that way. And in other ways, it's used from a black person to another black person, just the way a white person would use it on a black person, in a very mean and derogatory manner. And so I'm not going to say that I don't use it, but I'm going to say that I try not to use it, because I like to think of myself, and I'd like to think of who I'm addressing, who is a black person, higher than that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm not trying to take you down. I want to elevate you as my brother or as my sister, and so that's not something I'm going to use to show my love and appreciation for you. I can do that. There's a vast vocabulary out there that I can use to show my love for you. Okay.
Gotcha.
I have to use the N-word to do that. So I don't, however, I don't bash people who do use it in that way. But it's not for me. Now, when people other than black people try to use it in that way, in my opinion, yo, don't go there. You're crossing the line. I don't care how cool you and me are, and I know you trying to be down. Don't use that word. All right? Regardless of your intent, coming from you, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. And double standard or not, that's the way it is. And that's truly the way I feel. So, and that's why I'd rather just not use it at all, whether I'm talking to a black person or in mixed company. I'll use that term, because it can just take the wrong. It could just be one person in the room of, say, 20 people who are cool with it, but then that one person is not cool with it, and the whole night just turns into a different situation.
I agree.
So I'm like, you know what? Leave that word at the door, and we'll all be good.
You know what's crazy? You know what they say, like you what's the line they say? Youth is wasted on the young.
Yes.
And you, when you're young, you just living life, man. You're like, you doing you. You ain't setting out to hurt nobody. You just doing you. And I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was younger, bruh, that word was fluently, just every other line was out my mouth. Because that's where I come from, and that's how we spoke. Like you said, it's a term of endearment. Oh, what up, my nigga, blah, blah, blah. As I've grown and as I've gotten older, I heard what you just said, and I agree wholeheartedly. It's very rare. I still say it. It's rare. But I believe if I weren't around such a diverse group of people every day, like most of my days, I would say, from the people that I work with in this business, I would say 85% of the time, out of 100, 85% of the time, I'm like the only Black person, or maybe one other Black person. So now that I'm in that space, I get it. Because I'm like, yo, whoa, now, watch your mouth. Like, y'all can't say it. But the reason why I say we should just scrap it is because, to let me play devil's advocate, it's a confusing situation, because your biggest artists, the ones that the kids love, how do you make the songs? And I've done it, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I've done it. I can listen to old stuff that I've written for other artists or for myself, where every other line, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nothing aggressive, but that's just the way we speak. But then you go, you want the kids to sing along, but then if they say, then when you hear somebody say it, you get mad. So you're saying, so I get confused sometimes with it, is what I'm saying. It's like, yo, listen, if you don't want these young, different races, especially, most of the time it's people got the problem with the white kids. Well, white people in general. It ain't really Hispanics, they don't mind. They be like, yo, because where I come from, I grew up with Hispanic. Like, to me, it's so many, it comes in so many different angles. It's like, yo, who says it? Who doesn't say it? So I'm going, since it's so complicated, why don't we just say no, just don't say it? You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if we're amongst each other, where it's like three of us in the room, and there's three of us who known to say it, if you say it to me, I'll be like, cool. But I'm saying, I'm not gonna throw that word around outside where people might get comfortable and think that they can say it back to me, is what I'm saying. So it's not, like, it gets very confusing, but here's what's not confusing. Here's what I will tell you, this isn't confusing, and I'm gonna stick by this. I got a friend of mine, I'm not gonna say no names. I have a friend of mine. She's like a sister to me. I love her to death. She white. And she ain't got no racist bone in her body.
Right.
Not a racist bone in her body. But when I first met her, like 1 or 2 times, she said it. Not in a bad way. She thought she was being cool, blah, blah. I was like, I ain't cool with that shit. Like, I'm good. Like, whoa, take it easy. And then maybe a year or two later, it popped up again. Drinking and hanging out, and I said something, just trying to be funny, whatever. And I was like, whoa. To me, it shouldn't be that complicated.
Right.
Because, oh, watch this. And she knows other Black people who might say it's okay. They'll be like, yo, you can say it in front of me, blah, blah, blah. To me, that's why I said it's such a complicated situation. You don't know, like, you're confusing people, because then some she going, well, it's okay for me to say it here, but I can't say it here. To me, it ain't that complicated, because if I tell you I'm uncomfortable with you saying that, then you just shouldn't say it. Period. Right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? It is not that complicated. And because watch this, if I'm hanging out with a woman, and you know how women be calling each other like, hey bitch, blah, 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 so and so and so and so so and so. If I'm using that word and I'm going, man, blah, 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 that bitch, blah, blah, not in a mean way, but that bitch. If a girl told me or a woman told me, yeah, I ain't comfortable with that, especially if it's a friend of mine, any woman, but especially a friend of mine, I ain't comfortable with that. You don't even have to explain. I'm not going to use the word.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it should be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why some people are so infatuated with the word, with the N word, where you tell them, I don't want you to use that in front of me. And they be like, I don't know why. You know I'm not racist. How come I can't use it? Do
because
I
it's
really
a
have to
racist
even explain
word.
it? Just don't use it.
Because it was a racist word. It was never meant to become what it's become. It's a racist word. I don't care that you aren't racist. You're not racist. Are you going to walk around in clown face or black face? Are you going to do that? No, you're not. So why would you want to use the word? You know what I'm saying? So just understand where we're coming from and just respect that. That's all.
I agree.
Just respect.
You know why? Because when the revolution comes, I kill you first. No, this joke. I'm just playing. Nah. But no, it's like I just don't understand some people, and it's they just have this infatuation with the word. They just want to say it, and it's like, yo, it's like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, I'm a work in progress. I'm still trying to. I don't put it in songs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least I don't think
Yeah.
I have. No, I haven't.
No, that's good.
You know, but you know, sometimes you get mad and it comes out. Somebody be like, yo, this nigga, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed. And like I said, I don't use the word, but it's happened. It every now and again it'll come out, and it's rare, but it does. You know.
How about the word bitch? Do you use that about women?
Again, I don't like classifying them like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when I was younger as a kid, yeah, you used the B word all the time, but as I got older and understood what it was, and you know, do you really want to be considered a dude walk around? Yeah, man, I met this bad B. Like really? And you calling her that? You considering that? But you trying to make her your woman or something? Really? So that's how you classify your girl? Like, come on. So nah. So no, I don't. I try not to use that either. But now, in certain situations, if somebody want to get ugly at a brother and come at me wrong, it might slip out. I'm just letting you know. So
because 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 there are some bitches out there now. Let's really be honest.
let's be honest.
Let's be honest. So you know,
Yeah.
so I think we could just agree that like we will all never be on the same page with this.
Right.
So let's just not use it, and then it's nothing to even have a conversation.
Nothing to have a conversation about. Out of sight, out of mind.
But now, wait a minute. I will say this.
Well,
comedians like the Kevin Harts and the Dave Chappelles and the Chris Rock who use it consistently.
Yeah.
To me, in a sketch, I don't find nothing wrong with that.
You know what?
That's me personally.
I can say this, and because I love comedy, I can say this: when I'm listening to comedy, I think everything is fair game. You want to use the B word, you curse yourself, use the word, go ahead, because I know it's all part of your thing, your skit, your what you do.
Yeah.
So, and I'll laugh, and I will laugh at it, you know. But on the flip side, I got to say this about my favorite comedian, who is Richard Pryor. He used to wear the N word out. Okay. Until he had an awakening, and I can't remember it was before or after he lit his ass on fire, but he had an awakening. And he was in a concert. I think he had just come back from Africa. I think, I'm not sure. and I forget the dialogue behind his message, but ultimately he's like, yeah, I'm not going to use that word anymore, man, because it
Really,
doesn't really represent who we are as a people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, he did that on stage. Yeah,
I
uh-huh.
respect that. I
Yeah,
respect that.
yeah, yeah. So
So can I ask you a question?
yeah.
So I can't even use hoe. I'm just asking, bro. Listen, I'm just trying
Listen,
to be a better me. I'm just listen. I'm just asking. So I
so
can't use hoe either
here's the thing.
or skank.
Here's the thing. I think we're getting away from the point. Okay, I think we're getting away from the point. There are some words that hurt or are damaging to a certain type or race of people, like the N word. There are other words that were created to call you what you are if that's how you act.
Gotcha.
Ho, you understand what I'm saying? So, so
Who?
um, listen, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right. So okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Now, every time if somebody get on my nerves, I get in an argument, I'll be like, now I gotta think first. I want to make my point, but do I want to hurt you? No, I'm gonna have to think twice about that.
Okay.
And when I think about all this shit, see, this is the shit that make me want to drink, man. This is it.
Absolutely.
What's our drink of choice today, bro?
So I have here something that comes out of your neck of the woods, my brother. This is called Smoke Wagon. Okay. And it was created by, now let me get this name right, Nevada HC Distilling Company.
Okay.
Okay. They're out of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada,
Okay.
and they created Smoke Wagon. They were founded in 2012, and they created Smoke Wagon in 2016. So, what
Okay.
is Smoke Wagon? Smoke Wagon was created by a bunch of blended bourbons that the company sourced from this major company in Indiana called MGP, and that stands for Midwest Grain Products of Indiana. All right.
Okay.
So if you hear bourbon drinker talking about MGP, you know that that bourbon came from MGP distillery, and a lot of people don't realize that MGP sources out bourbons to a lot of companies here are putting their name on that thing, but they're actually getting their bourbons and blending them from MGP.
Gotcha.
Okay, a lot of people don't know that. So, but anyway, so back to Smoke Wagon. Smoke Wagon is, you've heard this term for a high rye bourbon. So it has a higher content of rye in its mash bill than normal. It's about 60% corn. It's about 36% rye, and then whatever's left is the malt barley.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and it's gained a lot of popularity in the last few years. And so that's why I decided to grab a bottle and give it a whirl, you know.
Okay. Let me
Uh-huh,
ask you. So
uh-huh,
you just said you decided to grab a bottle for us to
uh-huh,
really try. Are you?
uh-huh.
Is this your first time trying it too, or you had it before?
I had it just one time before, so I really need to taste it again to
Okay.
get a better feel
Okay.
for it.
You know, because you know how sometimes on past episodes it could be something that you really love that you brought to the table,
Right.
and you wanted to, you know, and you wanted our people to be like, yo, if you're gonna drink something, drink this. Then it's gonna be
Right.
times where it could be something new. So I just wanted to know if this has ever touched your palate before.
Well, it has, but I still consider it new, to be honest. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to see what happens here. You know what I'm saying?
Look, always gotta do my stretchies. I have some ready.
Okay.
I got my sexy glass. See, early in the show, whenever we talk, I'm doing my casual drink. That's out of the plastic cup.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's like we playing beer pong or some bullshit.
I hear you. I hear you.
But when it get down to what we are really about on this show,
Mhm.
I can't be coming at you sideways because you got too much sophistication for me
Well,
to
you
be
you you
drinking
know you know I don't have no plastic in the man cave, right?
this. Not at all, bro.
I haven't.
And you're offended if someone even says, if someone even try to bring a plastic cup, hey man, I got ice and cups. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here right now. Give me the ice. Take them cups downstairs.
But take that shit to the backyard, man.
That's for the barbecue.
Word.
All right, here we go.
Well, here we go, man.
Here's the you.
Here's to you, my brother.
Hold on now. Hold on now, Nevada.
So
What's that? It's like a.
I'm getting there's a lot of spice.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like spicy.
From the rye. There's a hint of sweetness at the end, but in my opinion, the spiciness. Hold on a second. Yeah, there's a lot of spice. There's a burn on the tongue during the aftertaste.
So what do you
Which is
think? Like, so what's that spice?
that's coming from the rye. Rye whiskey is a spice. It's a very spicy whiskey. Some people like to use the term peppery or pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives it that spicy kick, that kick to it. And some people like a little bite. That's what I'm saying. It gives it that bite to whiskey. And some people like a more of a bite in their bourbon, so they'll add more rye. And it's the rye. They'll just drink straight rye.
Gotcha.
Give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we can't. That's why sometimes people like rye, or you may not like rye. So it's up. It's either you do or you don't. You know.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
I like.
I gotta say that.
How you
I'm gonna
feel?
just put it to you this way. It's getting 1 round from me.
One.
It's one.
Hold on.
It's getting 1 round.
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's getting 1 round for me.
Okay. I can get. This is gonna sound crazy. I would do 2 if we was just in the bar just getting lit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like, yo, grab another one. We're kicking it, blah, blah, blah. It has a really good taste, but compared to the other things that you brought to the table,
Mm-hmm.
I would say 1 round.
Okay. That's fair.
I would say
that's fair.
I would say 1.
Okay.
Shit now. But at least it didn't have a you know, sometimes, yo, you know, I look at some of our past episodes as the funniest shit ever, bro. Like, I would think at this point in my life, I'm still like, I would be past the making the ugly face when you drinking. So last episode, when we was doing the debate about the dunk.
Yeah.
No. When this air, it's going to be 2 episodes behind. So just when y'all look at the episodes for about the dunk, when we taking the drink, I forgot what I was drinking that night. I think it was the Hennessy XO. I can't remember. But make a long story short, I was like this. I could see myself in the picture, like in the video going. Not that it was nasty. I'm just used to making that kind of face. So I gotta. I thought I would be past that by now, but I guess I'm not.
Right. I hear you.
All right, so listen, man.
Yeah, man.
One round.
Yep.
And it's called what? What's the name of it again?
Smoke Wagon.
Smoke Wagon. So
Smoke Wagon, straight small batch.
There you go. If y'all want to check that out, let us know what y'all feel about it.
What y'all think?
Y'all might want 2 rounds or 3 rounds. Just know that we gave our opinion. Y'all check us out. If y'all don't like it, I'm just joking. I'm just playing. Big shout out to everyone who's down with us. You love us. We love you. Shout out to you, Hawk. You are my cognac bourbon. You're breaking up a little bit. See, I think they got mad because we didn't like they bourbon. So they got you frozen. I think they got you frozen. No, there you go. You're back. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
I want to give a so you guys, I don't want to tell y'all when, but we will be doing a live show soon. That's coming. So from Hawk, from Hasan, another round. We're gonna see y'all next week. Peace out, y'all.
Peace, y'all.